how long will you choose to live? To more actively design your old age, I suggest that you choose the age you wish to reach. If you could decide this for yourself, how long would you want to live? Is there some particular age that comes to mind? If so, why that age? Make up your mind to live to a certain age instead of simply wishing to live that long. Express your intention clearly to yourself, not to someone else. Have you chosen your lifespan? Next, based on the age you have chosen, calculate how much time you have left between now and when you die. 30 years? 40 years? 50? Most people will have quite a long time left. Think seriously about that time. Isn't it at least a third of your whole life, or even nearly half of it? Now ask yourself these questions. Do I have a goal and a design for the time I have left? What will living to the age I've chosen look like? What do I want to achieve, and who will I become during that time? Listen carefully for a voice inside you responding to these questions. Each and every one of us can choose how we will use the time and the life that have been given to us. This is the greatest power and right that we have. Unfortunately, though, only a tiny fraction of people make good use of this power. Most people have small plans for what they will do tomorrow, what they will do next week, where they will travel during their next vacation, what they will do this holiday season, and so on. Few have plans for 5 years or 10 years from now, much less an overall life plan for where the current of their lives will flow and what goals they will achieve in each stage of their lives: youth, adulthood, middle age, and old age. Without a big picture for how we will live our lives, and for what, we end up just going with the flow, allowing our circumstances to determine how things work out. French novelist Paul Bourget said this: "We must live as we think, or we shall end up by thinking as we have lived." After attentively observing and talking with people who, like me, have entered the second half of their lives, I have reached this conclusion. Most people lack a concrete picture of their lives in their 70s, 80s, and beyond. This is true for people who are physically, mentally, and socially active, as well as for those who live passive, isolated lives following retirement. Even people who spend their old age in busy activities, traveling, engaging in hobbies, or volunteering, have to-do lists that fill their schedules, but rarely have a big picture for what they want to achieve. To design the second half of your life so it is healthy, happy, and overflowing with joy and a sense of fulfillment, you must have a purpose or goal that gives that time meaning. In fact, for choosing how long you will live, what should come first is finding a purpose or goal you want to achieve during the rest of your life. Picking a random number that just pops into your head has little meaning. Such a number itself won't motivate you to live to that age. When we have goals that give us meaning, we do our best to achieve those goals using all the resources we have. When we have a reason for living to a specific age, we work even harder to manage our bodies and minds and to maintain healthy life habits. At age 73, Susan Gerace of Tempe, Arizona, has a goal of living in good health until the age of 93. She retired after living her whole life as a nurse and nurse practitioner, helping mothers give birth and writing prescriptions for patients. A single mom, she feels great pride and gratitude for the fact that she provided a good education to 5 children who are living their lives well as mature individuals and good citizens. She said the following about her reason for choosing to live to be 93. "It was one day last year. I was sitting with my arms around the shoulders of my 7-year-old grandson. He said to me, 'Grandma, later, when I grow up and have kids, will you be alive? So you can hug them the way you're hugging me now?' 'Sure,' I answered. I did a calculation and chose that age." The thought that Susan wanted to leave behind good memories and life experiences for her children and grandchildren gave her the goal of living in good health at least until the age of 93. My 120 years and Susan's 93 have significance because there are clear reasons and purposes for our choices. How long will I choose to live? Ask yourself this question seriously and listen to your inner voice. You'll find that it is a very powerful question, for it will enable you to realize what you think is important in life. The journey for making the second half the prime of your life begins with this realization. Today is unlikely to be your last day, but the probability that today will be the first day of the rest of your life is 100%. If you reflect on your life so far, and plan your future from a long-term perspective, regardless of how long you choose to live, you will clearly be able to have a healthier, more meaningful,